So for more on this, I'm joined by our political analyst, Brian Sobel. So what do you think about the government shutdown? Will there be a government shutdown? And now what you have are the Democrats saying, we won't vote on a spending plan to keep the government in operation if you vote on your health care proposal before tomorrow night.
Right. It's now a fight between whether the Democrats will vote at all on the extension to the budget if the Republicans have the temerity to bring forward reforms to the Health Care Act. So once again, we're seeing in Washington, D.C., Frank, these two parties at loggerheads. We'll see what happens over the next 24 hours.
There also is a development with health care, a new proposal in the plan that has now gotten the Freedom Caucus, the far right part of the Republican Party, to say, okay, we're on board, but can't that come at a cost with the moderate Republicans, who Donald Trump also needs to support the bill?
Absolutely. The amount of votes you need from the Republican side is so great in terms of the total number of Republicans that 20 or more defections dooms the bill when all Democrats are going to vote against it. So it's problematic. If you put in the reforms which brought along the Freedom Caucus, which, by the way, delivered more power back to the states to determine premiums and premium splits and things like that, then the moderates said, no, that's not what we wanted, and there's your problem.
Another issue that has been facing Donald Trump is this whole issue over the border wall, and I'm curious to get your thoughts on this. We already have a border wall.
Yes.
It covers 600 miles. It's a wall and fences. It's not connected, but it covers 600 miles. It seems to me that all President Trump is saying is that I'm going to connect that, and I'm going to make it one big wall. What's the difference between having a wall that covers 600 miles versus a wall that covers the entire border? I
think it's a perception thing. I think it's people have decided that the wall is something to really be argued about, even though today, as you point out, a wall exists along a long path of that. The rest of it is bordered by a river, by drones, by electronic surveillance, all that sort of thing. So the connection of all those pieces, to me, it constitutes a wall, if not a physical one. And so I think it's really about people's wanting to fight over the idea of a wall in concept.
Let's talk about the president's first 100 days.
Yes.
What kind of a grade would you give him? What has he done well, and what's been his biggest mistake?
I think he's done some things well, and he's done some things poorly. He's rolled out, a record number of executive orders. I think some of those were not all that well thought out. They've been rebuffed by the courts. But on the other hand, he has shown some military muscle that may pay off, hitting Syria around the chemical weapons issue. So we'll see. I'd give him a grade of C. And bear in mind that this is somebody who's only the 5th president in history to come in with no political experience, and he's learning on the job big time.
So many questions. We'll talk to you again at 5, and we'll talk to you again at 6. So we'll see you then. Brian, thank you.